This is Jenkins Farms.
Good morning. So, I don't often mess up, but when I do, I make it count. I was spraying the other evening, finishing up a field, and I accidentally hit a post. Usually when you look at this sprayer, these outside sections starting right here break away if you hit something. You know, if you hit a tree limb or a fence post or something out on the very end, it's nothing to it. It's very easy. It usually doesn't hurt anything. But I was spraying a field that has a marker post out in the middle of the field. And usually I just have it raised up enough that I go over it and keep going. Well, I didn't have it quite raised up enough, and it hit the center section that doesn't break away, or the inner section that doesn't break away. And it caused this outer section to snap around like whiplash. So, what we've done is, we've got a complete break here. It's at a terrible place. And as you can see, some of the metal's missing. It's not a clean break. The boom's twisted and bent back. So, we got some fixing to do today. I'm gonna think about it a few more minutes and decide how I wanna do it to make the best fix possible. I'll show you what we come up with and how we do it and how we're going to do it. See you soon. So if you notice, some of the obstacles here are, you can see this is braced with thicker metal. This tubing's not very thick. It's made to be kind of strong, but lightweight. These particular booms are 90 feet wide, so there's a lot of stress on them, but they have to be light enough that we're able to work with them. So this thick piece of metal here, and then there's a brace and a thick piece of metal that comes out to here and goes back that way. So it broke right where the end of the thick metal was, where the bracing was. So we're gonna have to get all this lined back up. There you can see there's some missing here. So I'm gonna have to find a piece of metal, maybe to go inside of it, to give it some integrity. We'll get it all welded back up, and then put a piece of scabbing over it here and see if we can strengthen it that way. Otherwise it's just gonna break again. This is a major stress point right here. All right, so after much thinking about it, deliberation, we have decided we're gonna cut out just a little bit of this that's so bad here where nothing matches up. We've taken the tractor, pulled it up here and used it as a brace. Got the Ranger and the winch, kind of giving it just a little bit of a twist. And now it's, as you can see, we can line it up just right. So we got some hex shaft here that we found. We've ground it off a little bit to make it just right. We'll cut some of this off, put the hex shaft in so it goes up in each part of the tubing a little ways. To give it integrity, we'll weld everything up that we can weld, and then we'll enclose it with angle iron around it. So get started on that. We'll cut it out, weld our shaft in. Before you do any kind of welding on a piece of machinery that has computers in it, the computers in them are very sensitive to current, to electricity. And since we're going to be welding on it, you always want to take off the battery cables before you start welding. So we're going to do that. We'll cut this out, and I'll try to show you some of it as we're fixing it. All right, so I unhooked the negative battery cable from each battery. So now we're ready to go start our welding. Here we are, just cutting it off, smoothing it off, getting it to something easy to work with. Only cut the inside off. All right, so now we got it. We're going to drive our piece of shaft up in there, and it'll fit in there. We'll weld everything up, line everything up, weld everything up, and then we'll add our angle iron for support. Alright, so here we are. Show you what we got going on. Got it all put together now. Chase did it while I had to go get some more metal. See, we got our solid shaft there, so we'll weld everything up. Get it all good there, and then we'll scab over it with angle iron. So you've got it all lined up really good. Did a really good job with it. I think we're going to be good. Alright, so we got that all welded up. You can see we got the thing in place. The rod. It's all welded up good. Got it cleaned off so that our angle iron will fit flush across there. We're fixing to go cut it and get it ready to weld on. Alright, so here's our piece that we fabricated to scab over this. So you go, you can see it fits perfect. We'll weld it. And some people wonder why we don't just cut it straight across here instead of coming at an angle. You know, I haven't had any classes in metallurgy or welding or anything else. This is all from School of Hard Knocks, but just like you can see this patch that I welded here before. If you cut it off straight like that, it makes a weak place, almost like when you bend a piece of paper and then you tear it, it tears easy on the bend. The weld will do the same thing. For some reason it messes up the integrity of it wherever you weld it if you weld straight across, but if you bring where the tension's all coming across a wider area like that, it doesn't seem to ever break. So that's why I always go to points on something like this. So we're fixing to weld her up, and then we'll cut us a piece for the underneath side. Alright, so we got that part welded on there, and now we'll cut another piece for the bottom and we'll weld it on. Alright, so there we go. We got her welded on there better than it ever was. Now we'll paint her up and go spray. Alright, there you have it. It's fixed. It's not the prettiest weld. It's hard welding where you're welding such thin metal, but they're good welds. They'll hold. We can go to the field. Whole lot cheaper than buying this whole piece. That probably would have been a couple $1,000. So we're good to go. If you don't know how to weld or work with metal and you're going to farm, you need to learn how to do it. It'll save you a lot of money. We'll put everything up, back everything away, and go to the field. See you next time. Remember, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel and learn more about farming. See you soon.